Please like and subscribe my channel.
This is Pooja, and today we're going to do the further topic of the chapter that we were doing before, that is a square and a cube. And in last classes, we have done so many topics. We understood about the introduction of this chapter, and we have also studied whether one is a square number or not. And last time in my last class, I asked you guys whether zero is a square number or not. Okay, so let's see today whether zero is a rational number or not. See, if I talk about square number, see, we have already discussed this definition 2 to 3 times. What is a square number? Square number is a number which we get when a number is multiplied by itself twice or 2 times, right? So see, if I multiply 0 multiplied by 0, what I'm getting? Again 0. It means we can say that yes, 0 is a square number. Got it? Okay. So yes, 1 is also a square number and 0 is also a square number. Fine, so let's start with today's topics. What we're going to do in today's class. See, we're going to understand about perfect squares and its properties. So in today's class, we're going to understand about what are the perfect squares and their properties. Okay, so first topic will be what is a perfect square. Okay. Second, what is the properties of a perfect square? And third, we'll do some practice based on. Okay. So this is the topic that we're going to include in today's class. Okay, let's start. See, talking about a perfect square. Okay. So what is a perfect square? Okay. Anyone can answer this in comments. You guys can answer this. See, the square of natural numbers. So these are the natural numbers and the square of it. These are called a perfect square. You know what are the natural numbers? Numbers starting from 1 to infinity, they are all called as natural number. So the square of natural numbers are called perfect squares. What can be the examples? Like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 are all perfect square. Got it? Okay, so let's see. I'm just writing like a few perfect squares here. Okay, so see, 1 square is 1. You already know this. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16. 5 square is 25. 6 square is 36. 7 square is 49. 8 square is 64. 9 square is 81. 10 square is 100. Let me write it up to 20. 11 square is 121. 12 square is 144. 13 square is 169. 14 square is 196. 15 square is 225. 16 square, that is 256. 17 square is 289, that's correct. 18 square is 324. 19 square is 361. And 20 square is 400. See, now we're going to discuss about the properties. Okay, let's see. The first property number 1. We are discussing about its properties now. Okay, so talking about property 1. What is the first property? See, what is the first property? Perfect square can only end in the digits 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. They never ends with 2, 3, 7 and 8. Okay, so the first property is perfect square can only end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, and they never end 2, 3, 7 or 8. So like this is the quickest way to say whether the number is a perfect square or not. See, if I write a number like 28, 9, 7. See, the last digit is 8. The last digit is, okay, let me write it 7. 7. See, so this are not a perfect square. Okay. Now, if I write 1000 as it's ending with 0, may be a perfect square. I'll tell you why I'm saying maybe here. Okay. So understood the first property. What is the first property? Again, we are repeating. Perfect squares can end in the digits 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. And they never ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Got it? So I have just given you the examples also that which can be a perfect square, which cannot be a perfect square. Okay. So let's do the second property. Property number 2. Now, what is the second property? If numbers last digit is 1 or 9. So if a number, suppose if numbers last digit is 1 or 9. So if you are having any number which last digit is 1 or 9, see, any number which last digit is either 1 or 9 or 9. Okay. Its squares will always end with 1. Can you see it? Squares will always end with 1. Got it? Understood this thing? Okay. So like if we are having any number which end digit is 1 or 9, that square will always end with 1. The number. That is also a good example of a perfect square. I can write digit, not number. Digit is 1 or 9. Its square will end on 1. Okay. For example, I already discussed the examples with you, then too I'm writing it. Like 19 square, that is 361. It means here the last digit is 9 and the square of his last digit will be 1. So here if you're writing 21 square, that is 441. Again the last digit is 1. Okay. Understood? Now see the next property. What property number 3 says? If a number last digit is 4 or 6. If number last digit is 4 or 6, then its square will always end with 6. Then the square will always end with 6. Now see, for example, if I'm writing 14 square, what is the 14 square? That is 196. If the number last digit is 4 or 6, now see, let me take one more example which in which the ending number is 6. Like let's take 56 square. 56 square is 3136, right? Now see, if the number last digit is 4 or 6, 4 and 6, then the square will be always end with 6. So here the square will be always end with 6. Got it? Understood property number 3rd? Okay. Now talking about the 4th property. Property number 4. Zeros at the end. Okay. I told you that I'll tell you in the within the class only about the zeros in the end. Okay. See, zeros at the end. Now, a square number can only have even number of zeros at the end. A square number can only have even number of zeros at the end. What does it mean? A square number. Suppose if I have written 10 square, so it's only have even number of zeros. So zeros are 200, isn't it? It's a even number. Suppose if I'm writing 1000 square, okay, then it will have how many zeros? 6 zeros. Understood? So for that reason, like if I'm talking about 1000 zeros, right? Now if I have to say whether 1000, for 1000 we can say that although it's ending with 0, but here the number of zeros are not even. So we can say that 3 zeros is not a perfect square. 3 zeros is not a perfect square. Understood why I told you maybe? Okay. So a square can only have even number of zeros at the end. Understood property 4? Now let's move ahead towards property number 5. Now, squares of even and odd number. See, it's very interesting and it's very easy. Square of even and odd numbers. Okay. Squares of even number are always even and squares of odd numbers are always odd numbers. Always remember this. Squares of even number are always even and squares of odd number are always odd. Okay. See, square of 2, that is an even number, is 4. That is also even number, right? If I say square of 7, which is an odd number, is 49, which is also an odd number, isn't it? Okay. So we can say that here squares of even number are always even and square of odd number are always. Let's move ahead discussing about the property number 6. Right, see, unit digit of square of any number will be unit digit of its last digit. What does it mean? Suppose if I have taken number 29 for the number 29. Now, unit digit of 29 square is that is 9. So unit digit of 9 square, that is what? 81. And unit digit of 81, that is 1. Means what we understand by this? Suppose if I have taken another example, suppose unit digit of 76. 76, okay? So from here, unit digit of 6 square, that is 36. So we'll find the unit digit of 36, that is 6. Got it? Understood the example? So what we understood by this, that unit digit of a square of any number will be actually the unit digit of its last digit. Okay, so the last digit is 9, 9 square is 81, and that is 1. Last digit like 6 square is 36, so last digit will be 6 in that. Got it? Yeah. Let's move ahead towards the next topic. That is property number 7 and the last property. What is property number 7 says? Okay. See, perfect square which when divided by 3. So when the perfect square when is getting divided by 3, what happens? Suppose, what are the perfect square? Let us understand first. What are the perfect square that we have discussed? Perfect squares are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. Isn't it? Now see, 1 on being divided by 3. It leaves a remainder of 1. Isn't it? Now, if I'll divide 4 on being divided by 3, again leaves a remainder of 1. Isn't it? Now, suppose 9. 9 are being divided by 3. What will happen? It leaves a remainder. Zero. Right? See, 16 on divided by 3. It leaves a remainder 1. Right? Now suppose if I have to check a number, like suppose if I have to check whether 98 is a perfect square or not, right? 98. So if we divide 98 by 3, what's the remainder it will provide? It leaves a remainder of 2. It means it's not a perfect square. Got it? So this is how, by these properties, we can understand easily whether the number is a perfect square or not. Okay? So these are a few properties. We discussed a few properties. Let me know in comments if you understood this or not, and if you are having any doubts in any of the topic we studied today. So let's do some of the questions based on it. Okay? Let's do some of the questions which are based on properties of a square number. Okay? See. The first question, if a number contains 3 zeros in that, suppose the question is if a number contains 3 zeros, this way, zeros will its square have at the end? Okay, so how many zeros will its square have at the end? So zeros of square, it means if there are 3 zeros, then like its square will have 6 zeros then, isn't it? Suppose if I have written any number, right? If I have written like 24,000, right? So if I'm doing the square of this number, so like the square will have 6 zeros in the end. Got it? Yes. Okay. So now the next question, which of the following numbers have the digit 6 in the units place? Now, how are we going to say that which of the numbers is having 6 as its units place? See, if the number last digit, we have studied this in the properties, that if a number last digit is either 4 or 6, then its square will be ending with 6. So here we can take 34 square, we can take 46 square, we can take 56 square, we can take 74 square. These are the number. See, we have done this property if a number last digit is 4 or 6, then its square will be and in 6 only. Let's take this example, option number 2, that is 34 square. Okay, if we are doing the square of it, the square will end in 6 only. If I'll take third one, 46 square, that is also end with 6. If we'll take fourth one, 56 square, this number will also end with, the square will also end with 6. And the fifth one is 74 square. So this will have 6 digit in units place. Got it? Now the next question. What will be the unit digit of squares of following number? So what are the following number we have? The first number we have is 52698. See, let me just turn my page first. Okay, so let's see. If I have taken 52698, so unit digit of square of 52698 will be like unit digit of 8 square, that is unit digit of 64, and that will be 4, right? So like the AND digit is what? 4 in that case. Now taking another example, suppose if I have taken 99880, so unit digit is what? 0 square, like 0 square will be 0 only. So the answer will be 0 only, right? Okay. Now suppose if I have taken another number, that is 55555. So here unit digit of 5 square will be what? Unit digit of 25. That is also the unit digit of 5. So answer will be 5 only. The unit digit will be 5 only. Right? So this is how we have to solve this question. Now the next. Which of the following numbers are obviously not a perfect square? Give reason. So we have been given the number 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0 and 1, 0, 5, 7. See, we know that perfect square never ends with 2, 3, 7 and 8. Perfect square never ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Perfect square do not have odd numbers of zeros also. Okay. Perfect square do not have odd numbers of zeros. Since, just because of this reason, if we take the number that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. So like this number is ending with 3. And for that reason, since 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 ends with 3, it's not a perfect square. Okay. See, let's see for the second digit, that is 5050, 5050 and 50. See, we have also written this thing, perfect square do not have odd numbers of zeros. So here 505050 has 1 0 at the end. That is an odd zero. Right? That is an odd zero. Therefore, it is not a perfect square. Okay. Now the last number, that is 1057. See, 1057. We have already written this thing that perfect square never ends with 2, 3, 7 and 8. And this number is ending with 7. Right? So since this number is ending with 7, this is not a perfect square. 1057 is not a perfect square. Got it? So we have done today what are the perfect square, what are its properties and the questions based on it. I hope you understand the things well now. And if you have any doubts, any queries, you can ask me in the comments. Okay, we will solve in the next class then. Okay, so now I need to end this class. Thank you so much guys for attending the class. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.